I'll take you there with my power.
Boys, I feel like 1,000,000 rupees this morning, son. I feel like I got there and get things done. You're like, oh, you're going to go beat Calamity Ganon? I'm like, well, I said I'd get things done. I didn't say I'd beat the game. My God, you cried are impatient. You ever notice that little window up there? I wonder why that's up there. I think that's up there just so Spring-Heeled Jack can jump up on your roof and watch you. So, oh, what's this? Something to examine after I climb up on my shelf. Oh, okay, so this is telling me to display... Okay, I realize what's happening now. I've caught up. Well, ain't that pretty? Not to break kayfabe, but when I went to start this recording session, with Link waking up in bed, I stripped down ass all naked, walked up these steps, and then the game like stopped right here, and there was a little cutscene, and it was like, hey, that picture Cass gave you that he somehow had perfectly framed, you could hang it right here. And I was like, oh God, but this isn't part of the episode. This isn't even a secret video. So yeah, it's hung up there. I was going to say by the chimney with care, but I don't really have a chimney, do I? I just got this nook. And I've just got this cranny. Apparently you hang flowers here to dry forever. Or herbs and spices, son. Colonel Sanders will be here any minute to reclaim what's his. What's it look like outside today? As always, morning here always looks dreary. Alright, let's just get dressed. Come on, let's get dressed. You're not fully dressed unless you put your Master Sword on, son. That's like wearing a hat back in the like 40s. Son, you see a man going down the street without a sword on his back, you're like, what's going on here now? Neighborhood's gone to pot, huh? Alright, we need something good and delicious to get us through a day like this. Some bonus hearts would be nice. How many bonus hearts foods I got? I got plenty of bonus hearts foods. Alright, don't worry about me. I see James Rolfe inhaling a breath so that he could tell me that more like bonus farts, but I won't have it this morning. This is a fart-free morning. You're like, really? I can't... I seem to recall listening to you snoring, and one of those snores I heard coming through your bedroom door sounded like it might have come out the other end of you. I'm like, well... Snore farts don't count. Okay, now that we've had this wonderful discussion while we think about cooking breakfast, what are we going to eat this morning? Meat? I mean, you suggested it. Meat and mushrooms. Meat the mushrooms. Meat the butter. Meat the salt. And just as the piece de resistance, a second piece of meat. Hell yeah, salt grilled, primed meat. Make it juicy, make it sweet. Oh, that's that good shit, son. And the best part is we deserve it. Alright. Now, breakfast doesn't just mean you feed your elf boy. That means you got to also feed your good friend. Speaking of which, don't forget about that. Who's been a good boy? Who gets to eat all these apples for being a good boy? Who's been just the best, the most reliable, son? Always there for me in a pinch. That's right, Master Cycle King. Gets the apples. You can always tell when Magnum's offended. Whatever. Just stay here. Don't mess with my stuff. Don't play my video games while I'm gone. He's like, I'm going to. You can kiss your save files goodbye. Okay. I'm going to ride into town so the crowd remembers me as that elf boy that rides the Hell Beast into town. They can hear the sound of it coming down the way. I like that's got a headlight on it. I guess it's still in the morning. Early in the morning? Not quite. Drunken sailors still have a little bit more time before their bellies get shaved with a rusty razor, or they have to get put in the longboat, or, God forbid, in the bed with the captain's daughter. Oh no! I was trying to remember sea shanties and I drove off a ledge. But that made the sun appear. Just like in Rockadoodle. That's a movie I watched once as a kid, and I'm pretty sure it was a fever dream. The movie can't be anything like the segments of it I remembered. There's just no way. Okay. Let's do a sweet jump off of this cliff. Well, I would have, but I bumped into a thing and lost my momentum, and you know how that is. My God, stop this motorcycle. All right. Scenic splendor, etc. Okay, what are we doing? Anyway, how do I justify dragging this playthrough out any further? We could do a few cycles. Oh, I still haven't found all my memories yet. That's a perfect excuse. All right, well, the quest is just to go back to her being Impa. Her in Kakariko downstairs. So we need to get these last few memories. Which ones do I... Okay, that's near the Great Plateau. You can see the dueling peaks in the background. That one's, yeah, up on a bluff, kind of behind Hyrule Castle. That's the entrance to Lanayru, where we fought that corrupted dragon that time. And that's just in the woods. I think I vaguely remember where that one is. Alright. Let's just drive around. Also, I haven't been wearing proper headgear, boys. That's dangerous and reckless. There. Now we're fully protected. Oh yeah, we're not wearing our quote-unquote leathers either, boys. Our big brother Chris Redfield's going to yell at us. I remember that in the novelization of Resident Evil 2. I believe the name of it is City of the Dead. And it's actually the third book in the Resident Evil book series. Because the second one, Caliban Cove, was like an original story starring Rebecca Chambers and the author's OCs. So the Resident Evil novels are a lot like Sonic the Hedgehog. There's like all these OC characters. There's this cool guy named Trent that shows up in the first book, The Umbrella Conspiracy, which is about the Umbrella Mansion and, you know, the stars and Jill Valentine and Chris Redfield and that crowd. Barry Burton was there too, I reckon. There's this guy named Trent who, like, the motorcycle didn't want to go in the water. I was trying to remember Resident Evil OCs. Anyway, Trent the Hedgehog shows up and he gives Jill like a bunch of... I think he gives her a little pocket computer in the 90s that has like the maps to the mansion. Well, what was the point of all this? Oh, the point of that whole anecdote. So we were in 9 layers deep in a Tenfey memory. A Tenfey anecdote is like Inception. You just keep going. Even right now we're on a tangent. I remember that Claire, because you know in the video game, in the original Resident Evil 2, when Claire shows up on her motorcycle, she's just wearing like her red denim shorts and her red vest with the black undershirt. Yeah, Goblin, I killed it with a motorcycle. Goblin Slayer stood up, screamed Ahsoka, and passed out from all the blood rushing to his head. He got so excited. Well, anyway, when you ride a motorcycle, I guess you're supposed to wear more protective clothing so you don't get like road rash. Because, you know, if you fall off a motorcycle, you get skint alive. And she was thinking to herself how her big brother, Chris Redfield, who she went to Raccoon City to find after communication got cut off, was going to yell at her that she didn't wear her leathers. It's just one of those dumb memories that's stuck in my brain. Another thing I remember about that book is that Leon starts... Hold on, I got to stop and kill this secret ninja. Leon starts with the Desert Eagle. It was like a graduation gift from his dad and his brother when he graduated from the police academy. Yeah, we'll electrocute the secret ninja. Why not? Oh no, are you troubled, citizen? I'm the elf boy hero, and I'm obligated to stop and help you. Do you need a hero? Are you holding out for a hero till the end of the night? Because spoilers, you need grilled salmon. What? Okay. I think the secret ninjas have been studying the NPCs and the dumb shit they ask for. And so he knew to not break kayfabe, he had to like ask for some dumb nonsense. He was fucking loaded. And he even had bananas on him. If I were to go up to Guy Fieri and slap those 3 rupees, the silver rupee, the purple rupee, and the red rupee, and then the bananas down on the counter, he would flick the rupees away. And he would just take the bananas. The scene I'm thinking of, here's another Tenfey nostalgia blast moment. Do you remember Megas XLR? Living here in Jersey, fighting villains from afar. You got to find first gear in your giant robot car. Well, there was a scene where Bruce Campbell, as a little MODOK, big-headed alien guy, kidnapped, or I don't even remember if he kidnapped him, but he brought Coop and the crowd in the Megas to like his intergalactic alien fighting ring where he pit people against each other. And Jamie knew Coop was going to win because he's fucking Coop and he's ridiculous. And so he went up to place a bet on him at the alien betting counter, and he just put whatever was in his pocket on the counter, and it was like a couple of like pennies or like a nickel or something, and then some lint and like a paper clip, and the alien like flicks the actual coins away and takes the lint and the paper clip, and that's what he bets, and he keeps letting it ride and wins a lot of money, and he gets a lot of alien honeys too, one of which is an anthropomorphic green cat girl. You could see her in the opening. You thought I weren't going to bring her up? You fool. You ne'er-do-wells. This is your first Tenfey video, is it? You chose Breath of the Wild TMVA episode 67 as your first Tenfey video, did you? That's a bold move. I ain't going to lie. I ain't going to sugarcoat it for y'all. Remember when we came through here like 1,000 years ago? What are we in, like the 3rd year of this playthrough? No, don't touch the water. Motorcycles hate it. Okay, there we go. I guess if you're not going to get fully submerged, it doesn't dissipate. Remember this goblin encampment? Are there even goblins there? Maybe. Yeah, this takes me back. I need a mod that plays country roads in the background. Although it would just make me nostalgic for AMV Hell. They can't still make AMV Hells, can they? There's so many moments of AMV Hell burned in my brain. When you hear AMV Hell, what's the first clip you think of? Whenever I like to make references to bitching Camaros, that's from AMV Hell. So many good things in there. Remember Azumanga Daioh or whatever that's called? I've never actually seen it, but when AMV Hell 3 came out, that was the anime. That and Death Note. You've never seen Death Note? I read the Death Note manga. I wasn't that impressed after spoilers. A certain character takes an L. Oh, look at that. Speaking of taking an L, the Switch blast processing had to catch up with us. I'm surprised they get Sonic the Hedgehog to run on this fucking thing. When's the Switch 2 coming out? Hey guys, remember the Master Sword? Ooh, remember your Moblin dick? Only one of those 2 things still exists now. Okay, there's like a little pond around here. Yeah, I think over here, because then you could see the dueling peaks. I think that's where the memory is. Oh. It's raining. It's boring. The moblins are snoring in hell once I get a hold of them. Hey, buddy, ain't you pretty? Pretty fucking dead. Oh no, his ghost stole my motorcycle. And I fell over like an asshole. I'm not bitter or anything, but I am going to kill all of his friends. A secret ninja just followed me. You're supposed to pretend to be somebody that I care about. Who? I didn't know you had like rage geckis. All you did was make me stronger. Hold on, give me a fucking second. I need to fill up my hearts. You're like, any particular reason? I'm like, so I could shoot my sword with power? jackass. You just go stand there and take it. Yep. I can see why you're an elite. Let's put on berserker clothes. It'll be funner to kill this guy that way. Let's just go aboard him. Vis-a-vis neckbone. Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with neckbones? Are you familiar with the ghost of my dead Goron friend? Oh, I accidentally summoned Magnum. I didn't mean to. No, I just summoned him at the worst possible time. Don't hit my horse, idiot. Magnum, let's ride like the wind. He's like, oh, suddenly you want to be good friends. Huh? Suddenly you act like you don't have a fucking advanced motorcycle. I'm just remembering that the of the Wild set is the one that improves our sword beams. I haven't recorded this game in a while. So you got to give me some slack and let me remember things. So what I was trying to do during that whole exchange was, I'm doing it again. All you have to do, idiot, is press left or right. I wanted to get here, throw this fucking sword away, and then pick this up. And I was doing a hell of a job of it. Alright, back to business. Boom. Boom. Let's put our actual motorcycle helm. What flavor of motorcycle helm? I forgot I have 2 of these fucking helmets now. We could be Phantom Ganon Motorcycle Man. Maybe. Maybe. Elephant. No. I'm real partial to the bird helmet. I think it's like the most aerodynamic. It is what it is. This one's more Common Rider, though. Let's do this shit. Magnum, you just hang out here in the woods. Seems like a kind of a horsey place to be. Okay. Oh, I forgot this thing runs on apples and pears. Apples and grapes. I need JonTron to walk here with Peanut Butter Gamer and bring me some apples and grapes. Mushrooms for the motorcycle. Ooh. Boys, that weren't even enough to fill his tank. What do you think about bananas? See if Guy Fieri's ghost is inside this motorcycle. Well, bananas are good, but I guess when you only give them a little bit. Let's use actual fuel. Let's just put wood in this fucking thing. Yeah. Just looking around. Seeing what's going down. Alright, look for a pillar of light. A memory-inducing pillar of light. Probably over there where I put the pin in it, son. The agent from Bolt doesn't even understand going and doing anything without putting a pin in it. Is that a Korok seed you hit up there? Like it weren't meant for me? Pop. Why the long face, buddy? Is it because I solved your mystery and rewrote history? Alright, we're going to look around. Oh, I guess we could look at the picture a little bit clearer. Okay, there's like a little hill in between some trees. Do y'all see anything that looks like a little hill in between some trees? Happy little trees, probably. I think Bob Ross could enjoy TMVA, A Breath of the Wild. Some happy little restless crickets here in the grass. Of course, every now and then I might get a bit too animated for him, we'll say. That's how we'll pronounce it. Okay, you can also see that structure, so it's got to be straight from there. So let's just run in this direction. Is that a fucking pig? All pigs have an aspect of Ganon's soul inside of them. It's just the way it is. I didn't decide it. Okay, it must be way back here. If only Magnum were here. He's good at stuff like this. You're like, yeah, if only. If only our dear sweet horse prince were here. Hey, idiots! Sword beams. There. You want to fuck off now? What the hell? You crowd need a fucking hobby. Look, I'm going to show you how you use this sword. Do I not have any? I need to cook some more attack up food. So I don't got to stop and become the berserker. My truck like love. Oh, you got to charge the thing. I'm always real bad at using this wind sword. Here's how you use this fucking wind sword. Jesus, the fucking thing went flying. Excuse me 1 second. It's real embarrassing. Normally I'd have y'all killed by now. Idiot. What else could I break on this jackass? We're in that period where I have to realize that to not covet the items anymore. Y'all gonna have to pray for me. I fucking told him. I don't even want your shitty wind katana. Now I've lost track of time and where we are. Alright, so it goes across here. You see those ruins. Okay, we're like way off. It's probably more over there, right? Just bring my fucking horse here. I don't feel like putting on a bunch of techno shit and changing my sword until I find this fucking memory. Alright, Magnum, you've been a good boy. And good boy horses always get an open palm slap on the ass. Oh, and an apple, I guess. Talk about spoiled. Okay. I see a deer. A female deer. Okay, I think we're more in the neighborhood of what we're looking for. You got to be like right on top of the damn thing for the little... Okay, there it is right there. So obvious. Okay, yeah, you have to be this fucking close. Alright, I hate doing plot shit like this in the dark. I got so many fire swords. So let's get cutscene compliant. And then rest until the morning. Or the noon. And then go from there. Schwa. Oh no! Oh, the boy shut up and scared the Magnum. Fuck you. Scared my fucking horse. I've caused a forest fire, but that's fine. There are no enemies. Is Louis Senpai an enemy? He is! I never thought I'd live to see a day he turned on me. Why must he be so flippant, yet so desirable, boys? I pray for Lakoshi's son. He's got a lot on him. Okay, thank God it's not raining. I've got to deal with fucking choo-choo jellies. Choo-choo jellies. Throw back a bottle of bombs. Ooh. Choo-choo jelly. Something, something, something. Your mom, it works if you think about it. Alright, let's remember.
Als nächstes gehen wir nach Goronia. Es gibt viel zu tun. Ich muss an dem Titanen dort arbeiten, damit Darok ihn besser steuern kann. Auch wenn wir zahlreiche Tests durchgeführt haben, ist es trotzdem eine Gleichung mit vielen Unbekannten. Aber fest steht, diese Relikte wurden von unseren Vorfahren erschaffen. Das heißt, wir können sie verstehen und herausfinden, wie sie funktionieren. Du wirst schon sehen. Wir werden die Verheerung, wir werden Ganon damit besiegen. Dafür sorge ich. Sag mir, hat das heilige Bandschwert seine Geheimnisse mit dir geteilt? Die Stimme, die seinem Stahl innewohnt. Kannst du sie wirklich hören?
A sword or excuse me, a voice inside the Master Sword. I wonder what she means. I've actually never played Skyward Sword, but I know that there's like a lady inside the sword that tells you probabilities and everybody finds real annoying. So I guess that's what they were referring to. I don't know. Read the Zelda historian or whatever, Hyrule historian. Then you can go on GameFAQs and argue about the timelines and the fallen hero timeline and the world being flooded and all that nonsense. Okay, what's next? We can go get the one behind Hyrule Castle. Oh, there's one actually up in Hyrule Castle, so we'll have to take us a little trip up there. Take a little trip, take a little trip, take a little trip up to Hyrule tonight. Well, anyway, Magnum seems to be enjoying himself, just resting amongst the trees, resting on his laurels and his hardings. So we won't bother him for now. Take the pin out of it. All right, that one behind the castle, I remember this one being aggravating to find. So we're going to just go up here and we'll start from there. Stick with your purple pins. Green and purple pins. Or even headed the right way. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to bother changing my gear for aesthetic purposes. Chris Redfield just had to yell at us. I remember the novelization of Resident Evil 1. Because, you know, the canon of Resident Evil 1 is that Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield, Barry Burton, and Rebecca Chambers all escaped the mansion in Brad Vickers' helicopter. Like in the games, some of the characters can die. And in like Chris's game, you never find Barry again. And in Jill's game or campaign, you never find Rebecca again. So they had to, you know, find a way to say they're all there. So it was just interesting. I've got to kill one of these fucking guardians. It's just no getting around it. He entered my field of view, and the moment he did, he was damned. I've got arrows for days, baby. I ain't scared to edit in the Genos music. Could we get the double? We have never done that before. Not even Genos. Alright, I need you to follow me over there near your friend. Where is your friend? I need them to be close enough that I can hit both of them in the same frozen time. So you're right there scrambling. Oh no, I got hung. Oh, shit. Okay, I deserve that. But in my defense, driving that motorcycle, remember, you've got to hold the fucking A button down. And shit, sun's in your eyes. Okay, I think I got them right where I fucking want them. Ducks in a barrel, boys. Ducks in a barrel. How dare you ruin my fucking moment? Guess what? You get an ancient arrow too? Shit, Lord. Wait till I get on an elevated surface. Son, just like in Drive Angry, he doesn't even get to go to hell before he dies. My God. They really up the ancient arrow. They really up the secret ninja nonsense at this point in the game. I was hoping stasis would detect. Where's the other guardian's guts? Do you have them? Do you have them? Guardian Guts. Ah, what a time to be alive. Alright, I need to unequip my ancient arrows before I forget. Before I forget about it. Before I bada bing and I bada boom. Alright, well that was a fun little diversion, I guess. Anything up this tree? We're going into classic scrambling and ambling about territory now. Just climbing up trees looking for things. Looking for fun and adventure. I'm still mad, by the way, at that secret ninja ruining my good times. These meaty rice balls. There was one of these episodes where I cooked like some rice balls for breakfast and forgot to eat them. I think that might have been them. Alright, I'm not worried about the stationary turrets. They ain't even worth the Genos music. See a couple of deer. But no Louis senpais. Oh, I forgot Zeus hates the Master Sword. Apparently the Master Cycle itself. That looks like a place where a Korok seed would be. No, it's just a fountain. I'd love to light this cooking pot and wait until the rain is over, but you can't light it in the rain. Talk about a catch-22. I want to check up there for a Korok seed now, but the rain won't let me. I feel like the Master Cycle despawns real quick. That's just me. Magnum's like, you know what doesn't despawn? Your fucking horse, jackass. The only way I despawn is when I fucking quit. You better get one up and sweet cheeks on speed dial, because my ass is blocking you. Ain't gotta be like that, Magnum. Okay. Rainy and unpleasant. Just how you like your epic Tenfey Zelda Breath of the Wild videos to be. This is it, boys! Stuck the landing, boys. Absolutely perfect. Everything we could have possibly wanted and more. I saw this little Korok seed circle, so I knew I had to have it. Hey, fish. Son, I one-shotted it. Nothing but net. He's winking at me, because even he's proud. Might not be able to ride a motorcycle out of here. I see moblins. Yeah, we might as well kill them. I mean, they're not goblins, so the Goblin Slayer considers it extracurricular. You don't get any kind of work study credit with him. Of course, I can equip... Oh, wait. I can equip this ancient sword. And I can equip these ancient shields. Neat. Could use the good one. I like the triangle shield. Cool. Alright, what's the best way of approaching this crowd? From above? Death from above? I'm not against it. Oh, I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm pressing the... I forgot triangle, as we'll call it. Those of us who grew up playing games in the 1990s on the PlayStation know that the top button of your 4-button controller is always designated as triangle. I'll just burn through my bonus stamina. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I can cook stamina food all day, every day, baby. Ooh. Plus, we're reaching the rainy precipice for the rest of us. I should have used Rivali's Gale to get partially up here. Now that I'm really thinking about it. But that's okay. Oh, we found some goblins to kill. Good for us. Do I have any bows that don't anger Zeus? Yeah, some of these duplex bows. That's kind of cool. Yeah, blow corn through a horn. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's the best part. Least of all Ganon. Oh, you've got like you're using elemental arrows as cheating. It's not hypocrisy if you're the hero. Alright, cool. Oh, they heard the horn corn. Why are my... I did a sound sync during one of my sneaky, cheeky, breaky pauses and accidentally left the jump button back in its original position. That's why I was having such a hard time remembering the controls. Once again, it's part of every return to Breath of the Wild recording, is I've got to forget all the controls. Okay, buddy, it's just me and you now. You'll never get that fucking club in your hand. He did it with the last bit of hate in his heart. He grabbed a hold of it. I'd almost respect it if I didn't despise him. Treasure Chest Tune's never seen shit like that, boys. He's like, Gorley. It's a good day to be a magic treasure chest. Alright, we finally go back to responsible equipment. Now that Zeus Chan's gotten all that shit out of his fucking system. Now that Zeus Chan's decided we can live our fucking lives again. We can go back to Orange Tunikin. Is that the first time I've picked up a seared steak? So, actually, the X button on your PlayStation controller is supposed to be the jump button. A feathered spear? Is that a type of spear we've never had before? It's like the Bird Boy spear. If you're ever going to take your Dragoon waifu over to meet your bird husbando, it's a good thing to bridge the gap between the two cultures. Alright. Y'all are using like soldiers' broadswords and shit. It'd be tragic if you weren't a bunch of asshole monsters that needed killing. Okay, I think we should set up camp for the night. And we'll go restore our memories in the morning. That's a good plan. I'm glad you kids thought of it. I think normally that camping fire would be lit up. Now that I'm thinking about it, can you reignite the camping fire? Oh, okay, you can. Well, that bundle of wood's just there for fun then. I'm waiting till noon. Master Cycle, you crazy nut, get in here. Make sure I'm facing the right direction. I just need to get back up there. See how much Skyrim horse is in this motorcycle. If we can get up this mountain. Todd Howard's ghost give me strength. Yeah. Todd Howard's ghost doesn't always have your back, son. Especially when you're trying to hit on Khajiit ladies. Todd Howard's ghost will always fucking moon sugar cock block you. Hey, choo-choos. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. I'm pretty sure we're going to get some sick fucking air on this right here, boys. The kids from Rocket Power will be impressed. Touch the ground. I just need to leave this on Master Cycle. Of course, now, the next fight I get in, when I go to freeze somebody, I'm just going to summon my damn motorcycle. If you could, like, make it fall on them. Let's go over here and say hey to these horses. You're just going to ride by without saying, oh, these horses are like being menaced by goblins. Right, you don't even have to make the joke about the Goblin Slayer watching. Alright, here's how we're going to do this by the book. Freeze. 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 Oh, I landed on my motorcycle by accident. Neat. Electric. I'm using these because I have more of them than regular arrows now I'm thinking about it. No, my firebrand. It's for utility purposes only. Okay. Sometimes you gotta slap a few horses with your master sword to break some goblin omelets. Don't tell the horse god about this. Look, for the greater good of these other horses, one of them had to get killed. At least I won't electrocute this horse. How's that sound? Horse god, are you listening? Right in the dick to kill him. You are all free now. Horses. Oh, wait, you're all not free now. I got to kill this fucking thing. Oh, nope. Nope. Where you going, buddy? Why can't I tap A? There. We're having the greatest fucking time fighting these shitty normal enemies in this recorded session. And the rain's come back. Something's happening. Miyamoto's ghost and Todd Howard's ghost teamed up. There's still something attacking me. Is it a secret ninja? Did I miss a goblin? What the hell is going on? Anybody? Anybody want to take credit? No? Okay, then I'm just leaving. Y'all do whatever horses do after you've been liberated. I tell you, son. Some days it don't pay to be the elf boy hero. This episode should have just started with me going back to bed. Okay, good. We're getting somewhere near our goal. We're approaching our goal tangentially, son. Eventually, it'll reach 0. Eventually, we'll get everything we deserve. The horse gods are like, oh, yes, you will. When I send you to horsey hell. Speaking of horsey hell, I got more shit to liberate. Do I have any bows that are good? Yeah, this one. Huh. Dead. 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 I don't know why I'm saying dead when I'm getting him dead. Alright, the silver one didn't even notice somehow, which means he gets to be killed most of all. He gets it point blank, boys. Right in his sweet spot. If I could fucking hit him. Hey, buddy boy, how you doing? We did it. What I should have done with that last group of horses that had what we'll call the horse incident, I should have summoned Magnum there and then left. He could have been like my PR guy. All the other horses would have just turned to look at him angry. He'd be like, I know, but he's the fucking hero for some reason. The goddess Helia. There's so many fucking indentured horses up here all fucking day. I can't ever stop Calamity Ganon because I'm just killing goblin. I'm literally like the Goblin Slayer now. The goddess Helia is like, you must defeat Calamity Ganon, and the Goblin Slayer would be like, is Calamity Ganon a type of goblin? And she's like, well, no. And he'd already be out the door. She would just hear the sound of the door slamming as he left. Okay. Let's look at our memory picture. So it's a tree, and you can see the castle kind of from there. There's not enough like landmarks to get the perfect angle of how you're looking at the castle, but it's from vaguely over here. So we just got to find that big tree. I like to think that big tree is kind of unique in the area. Let's just hope. What time of day is it? It's already evening. That's what I get for staring at a campfire till noon on a Saturday. Okay, looking around for some big trees. I'm just going up here because it's like the highest elevated point. I hit a mushroom with my motorcycle. I didn't know that was a thing. Alright, we're up here on a bluff. There's the castle. Get a better look at this. Okay, you can kind of see like the front structure a little bit. You can't really see that from... Well, you can kind of. Maybe, sort of. Could be. Elma Knowles. I used to go to school with her daddy. It might be up here. Let's put a pin in that as well. You know the agent from Bolt always supports more pins. I see there's like a Korok seed shooting gallery here. But I've got to stop and deal with this asshole first. Boom. Oh, please just get up there. Alright, what are we doing? What's the gimmick here? Okay, you could fly around like a bunch of assholes. Got it. Yep. Alright. Yep. Yep. What? Okay, new plan. Multi-shot bow. I'm using these once again because I have less regular arrows. I need to find Beetle, and I need for him to have replenished his stocks and stores. I feel like you had a little extra pizzazz when you teleported in. Also, I didn't even realize Louise Senpai was watching that whole time. Son. He's going to get up on stage and sing Eyes on Me. Or Eyes on You, excuse me. Once again, revealing myself for the fake Final Fantasy VIII fan that I am. Alright, I feel like that heal over there is way too low. Once again, I'm still just looking around for that tree. That different genre of tree. If only I could set my Sheikah sensor to that tree. Sensors indicate that tree in this quadrant. Excellent data. Soon we'll have all of our memories. Soon I'll unlock my Bankai. Bankai, Captain? Androids can't sense spiritual pressure. It's like reverse Dragon Ball Z. So they wouldn't understand unlocking your Bankai or Kaiokenin or any of that shit. They don't understand the appeal of now you feel like #1 playing. Okay, yeah, we need to be like further away than this, maybe? I mean, I could just look this up on the internet. This is one of the most annoying memories to get. Every time I've played through this game, I always remember this one being the most fucking tedious. Miyamoto loves it. You know he does. Well, there's that type of tree, but it's way over there. I don't even think you could see the castle properly from it. No. That can't be it. Fucking nighttime is the right time. I feel like we're way around the side of the castle now that we need to be. I feel like you just see the cusp of that front tower in the picture, right? Isn't that? Well, no, it's kind of at the angle we're at, maybe. The things I do to pad out a playthrough. There's damn Hinox. Used to be I'd see Hinox get real excited. Used to be I'd run up and slap a fox boy on the ass. But these days my heart just ain't into it. So that's my new super dramatic Star Fox fanfiction series starring Wolf O'Donnell. He realized there was something wrong with his life the day he woke up and didn't want to slap a fox boy on the ass. That's when he knew everything had changed. I just don't feel like killing that Hinox. Alright, this is getting tedious. I'm rambling so far. I've gotten into Star Fox fan fictions. So let's just look the damn thing up. Alright, pause the game for a brief moment, and this mysterious purple pen that's right over there has appeared. Imagine that. Imagine that. I mean, I guess you could... That makes it obvious, but only if that's where you know it is. It's one of those things that's super obvious only if you already know where it is. You know how those things are. Can't believe it's a stormy, rainy night in Breath of the Wild. Those never happen. Because I'm Shigeru Miyamoto and I never make it rain in my game. Yeah, you can see that tree. So I was 100 fucking miles off. Good for us. And this tree isn't even decent enough to block the rain. So that I can start a campfire and make it tomorrow. Also the boys were declared. Also the boys were declared. Looking for a spot. Okay, down here. No, it must be too unrealistic. Of course, I have to kill these damn Stalfos before I'm allowed to do any of this shit anyway. This is what makes the game fun. I hope Breath of the Wild 2 doesn't feel the need to be this fucking padded. Didn't quite get him with that last one, so let's drag the shit out a little bit more. Let's just keep dragging it out. There we go. Fun gameplay. You're like, TMVA Breath of the Wild's gotten so long that even Tenfey himself is fucking tired of the game's full shit. Never stops raining in Hyrule. And there we go. Through some miracle, through some programming glitch, we accidentally somehow made it not fucking raining. Then choo-choos were declared. Choo-choos were declared. Nobody's prepared when choo-choos were declared. People ask me why I have so much choo-choo jelly. And I just stare off into the distance, saying nothing.
Guck hier. Und hier noch eine. Die Blumen von Hyrule sind nicht nur schön anzusehen. Sie werden auch als Farbstoffe oder Heilmittel verwendet. Oh. Das hier ist ein Prinzessinnen-Enzian. Die sind vom Aussterben bedroht. Man wollte sie retten und hat versucht, sie in Gewächshäusern zu züchten. Aber sie gedeihen nur in der Natur. Diese Blume hier. Vielleicht ist sie sogar die letzte ihrer Art. Vielleicht. Oh, hey, guck mal hier. Die sind schon lange als Delikatesse begehrt. Jetzt hat sich herausgestellt, dass sie Wirkstoffe enthalten, die die Leistungsfähigkeit erhöhen. Ich erforsche gerade ihre Wirkung und ein paar Freiwillige im Schloss helfen mir dabei. Aber jemand mit deinen außerordentlichen Fähigkeiten fehlt mir noch. So jemanden brauche ich noch als Versuchskaninchen. Na los! Ist schon!
Did that guy eat a frog? All right, we got that memory out the way. The super, super subtle symbolism of the silent princess flower was explained. Also, endangered. Let's see just how many of those I have in my inventory for an endangered plant. 11. They tend to grow around great fairy fountains, if you can believe it. All right, next memory. The one up in Hyrule Castle. It's up in the parapets and such. Shouldn't be too difficult. When was the last time we visited Hyrule Castle? I think it was when I got my Hylian shield, which is still going strong. I remind you. I want to drive up one of these big mecha pillars. That thing just landed like a billy goat and then teleported like a billy goat. Let's see here. Lads and lasses. That's gotta be a Korok seed. Yep. That guy knows what's coming. We know why he has the long face. Amaranth doesn't have to ask him in the pub why the long face and then laugh. Speaking of comics featuring certain dragoon ladies being asked why the long face, who come from a civilization of perpetual rain, it's fucking raining again. Master Cycle, Master Cycle. Bake me a pie. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I want to ride up this fucking... Wait. I can't remember if I dropped that on his head and giggled or not. He almost got away scot-free. He found the one way. He got me in a Freya anecdote. How many of y'all have seen the comic, the Oi, Why the Long Face Crescent comic that I reference from time to time? Alright. Wood for the Master Cycle. Beavis and Butthead giggle. More wood for the Master Cycle. I've got some wood for your Master Cycle. Yeah. Boing. This fucking thing ain't never gonna work. We can't have fun, not on Miyamoto's watch. If this thing was at just like a slightly less obtuse angle, and it's made out of unclimbable shrine wall material. Sounds like a Deutsch last name. If you're from Deutschland or descended from Deutschlanders and you have the surname Shrine Wall, leave it in the comments. We could take this fun little raft over there. I don't have any Korok leaves, though. We could blow up trees until we find a Korok leaf. Or we could do something different. But we're just being plucky and adventurous, so why not? I guess that tree's not blow upable. What? You fucking noticed me from over there, did you? Alright, we're gonna feed his ass the old-fashioned way. Like you read about in Killing Asshole Scrambly Guardians Monthly. Not a very popular magazine. Very niche audience. Hey, shitlord. Remember when you had legs? I do, and I hated it. Which is why I won't allow that time period to persist. That timeline is no good for me. And there you go. And that's the way the news goes. Link, you're supposed to... Oh, he's looking at that ancient spring. Is why he was glancing longingly over his shoulder, in case you were wondering. Nobody's got ancient cores in them these days. I invite Scramble Guardians over to watch the big game. And I go through all the trouble of grilling and cooking Johnsonville cheddar wurst. I expect you to bring some ancient cores. Oh, that's right. We were trying to find a Korok leaf for raft adventures. That's the point we're at now. You're like, man, Tenfey's really struggling for a gimmick now. None of these fucking trees have a Korok leaf in them? Really, dudes? Really? You expect me to believe that? Now I'm just mad. I'm just like in Tin Cup. Even though it's not the correct choice, I'm just going to keep angrily knocking trees over. Can they not fall out of any given tree? On any given Sunday? Alright. New plan. I gotta say, for those of y'all that are fans of the ambling, pambling nature of this playthrough, well, I guess if we could find another rusty shield. You're like, just go find your mom. I gave her a rusty shield last night. And I followed it up with a rusty venture. God, I hope Venture Brothers gets that fucking movie. Now that it's not getting, like, renewed for another season. Boys, it hurt. I thought I had overcome the pain of Mau Mau Heroes of Pure Heart never getting that second season. But when I found out that Venture Brothers had been all but dropped, boys, that was devastating. We truly live in the worst times. Where the hell is the rusty shield? There's got to be one near this damn thing. I guess I should be using magnesis and not stasis, now that I think about it. This is how your playthroughs of Breath of the Wild get to be 120 hours. Is shit like this. Okay, there it is. I realize the game's got some bloat. Son, I ain't saying the game's perfect. I'm just saying I like playing it. It's relaxing. Well, most of the time. When you're not getting mad. I don't get as angry when I'm playing by myself because, you know, I'm not recording a video for y'all. I'm not being held to great expectations. I don't know why the camera decided that's the angle it needed to go to all of a sudden, but it did. Excuse the fuck out of me. It ain't perfectly lined up. Sound like I'm setting the table for Grandma when she comes over for Christmas. Got to make sure the forks are lined up. That man has been through some shit. He's like, hey, man, I thought nobody's ever going to come here and give me a rusty shield. Oh, this is perfect because I can do this now. That doesn't count. I still giggled a little bit. Hold on, we got to get her lined up just right. I'm just tapping the button. I will get one of these things to fall on your head. You're not safe. This is the playthrough now. Once again, it's a playthrough about nothing. What did you do today? Well, I used magnesis to try to drop a rusty shield on a Korok's head so I could giggle. That's it. That's the playthrough. I guess it can't work that way. I guess we'll have to do it this way. It doesn't count. Ain't even worth a titter. Alright, all of this pain and suffering was because we wanted to take this fucking shitty raft. I mean, we could use the magnesis trick. I guess. Maybe we're just over it now. Yeah, I'm over it. You gotta know when to let a bit die. You crowd that have been watching Tenfey for years. Once again, you could all just look at each other and bust out laughing. Y'all are Shirley sitting on that couch trying to plan her wedding and putting off starting her own business, and I'm Britta And I'm like, if it means that much to you, I'll stop reusing the same Tenfey bits over and over. And cut to y'all laughing for 2 solid minutes. And then I'm like, I'm serious. And then 1 full minute later, you're like, you're not dropping them bits, Tenfey. Like, fine, I'll get Tommy to help me. And then Tommy shows up like, Annie, do y'all watch Community? Do you know what I'm referencing? Oh, the good times. Alright, fun and adventure and pluckiness and such. We gotta climb. When I want to climb, I want to wear my climbing set. And eat my fast food. Who? 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 Alright, maybe no one will notice me. I didn't even get over the cusp of the mountain, you crowd. Alright, here's the plan. We're going to quickly put on anti-get blowed up by laser beams gear. You. I can't remember. Do these give you... Well, no. This would give me more defense, but this gives me ancient proficiency. Speaking of which, I want you. And... how we doing for bows these days? Not too shabby, I'd say. Slap this motherfucker on. And that's the way the news goes. Hey, buddy, you seen the ancient shield? You know what it does? Oh, apparently nothing, because my Goron boy had to block that shit for me. I was early, but once again, Gorok Ghost has my back. Y'all get actual, like, dramatic background Zelda music whenever I come in here. I forgot about that part. It's not just ambient piano. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Just run in there just to fall over the side. How did you know? Another benefit to having the full cyborg gear on is we can see the hit points of enemies, which makes them easier to detect. I guess you do have to be within a certain range, though, because, like, I'm not seeing those guys' HP just yet. Like, I've got Luca's sight scope equipped. That's just a reminder that I recorded, edited, and uploaded an entire 17-hour Chrono Trigger Christmas special playthrough since the last time I recorded Breath of the Wild. Well, we're here inside the castle now. A bit ominous in here. They just leave Calamity Ganon juice everywhere. It's disgusting. Unsanitary. Hey, eyeball. I missed. The eyeball turned to look. Even he couldn't understand that I missed. Sometimes there's like lizards and moblins hanging out in here, so you got to be somewhat careful. I'm going to shoot all these eyeballs and there's immediately going to be a blood moon. I guess we could use regular arrows for now. If we run out, then we'll just start using our elemental arrows. That's a plan. Okay, look, our detection worked. Seems he detected us as well. Ho ho ho. Okay, when we're this close, it does its auto-reflect. Okay, and the boy has recharged. We actually timed that last one. Good for us. The bow kind of ruins my aesthetic. That aesthetic that I crave. My insatiable lust for ass. Aesthetic. Okay. There should be a set of gear in this game that's like immune to Ganon's funk. Because even with all this gear on, if we were to start walking across that, we would take damage. We're doing a lot of fighting enemies in here. Way up there, like way up there at the top of the castle, near where the fucking boss is. If you fell asleep watching this episode and you just woke up right now, you'd be like, my God, is he at the end of the game? What's happening? I take a fucking nap and Tenfey decides to actually beat the game. Okay. I hesitated right then because I thought about it. I was going to swim up that waterfall, but then I was like, I bet there's something... No, okay, I was wrong. I was going to say, I bet there's something hidden in that water that you can magnesis out. All right, we just need to slap our fishwife armor on for a second. And we'll be able to swim up this here waterfall that we're about to go chasing. Yeah, I forgot if you use the fish waifu armor, you can get up Hyrule Castle pretty fucking quick. A lickety-split. I want you to equip my fishwife armor a lickety-split. No, it is you who are the elf boy. Thought y'all could use little Gucci Ares in there. Oh, I forgot. We're full cyborg. Full cyborg elf boy. I got one of these fucking things hung on me. That's neat. Yeah, buddy, I ain't forgot you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Cyborg hell has got plenty of room left for you. You ain't got to reserve your spot. I'll get you there. I've just got to awkwardly climb up the side of the building first. So Calamity Ganon's in there sweating right now. Every episode of TMVA Breath of the Wild I record, Link gets that much closer. It's like that Stephen King short story about the sun dog inside the haunted Polaroid camera. Son. Okay, I thought maybe there was a Korok seed up here and I felt real accomplished. Nope. Cyborg warriors. That's like, yeah, if I stepped inside that room, I'm pretty sure the final boss fight would take place and the game would end. Along with the good times. TMVA Breath of the Wild is like that one leaf on the tree. And that story of the guy and... Or the girl. No, I can't remember. It's like a Japanese story, I think, because they bring it up in anime. But there was like a lady. Oh no, oh no. Okay, I was scared. I was about to fall into the end of the game. There's like a girl in a hospital bed. And she like tells her boyfriend or whatever that she'll stay alive as long as this one tree you can see out the window still has leaves on it. And there's like one leaf left and it refuses to fall off. And then spoilers, it does. And then spoilers, she dies. And we all learn about the human condition. Alright. I can't remember exactly. One of these corner towers has a Zelda's diary in it where she like actually gives you character progression about Link, if you can believe it. Because, you know, he's a silent protagonist and she addresses that. And it's on the bridge to that tower that you can get this memory here. So let's just climb to the... If we haven't already climbed to the tip top of Hyrule Castle, I'm fairly certain there's a Korok up there. Look at this dramatic fucking... It's like we're in the top of the Pyramid of Power in Link to the Past. The Dark World in Link to the Past, it always has this like somber sunset evening feel to it. At least that's how I've always felt playing it. I could probably get a good thumbnail up here. It'd probably scare you kids to death to see a thumbnail of me standing on top of Hyrule Castle. You feel like, is this it? Honey, wake up. Tenfey's fighting Calamity Ganon. It's chilly up here. That's how you know. Yep, there he is, boys. The king of the Koroks. I can't click on him. There we go. Son, that's a somber face. He should have unique dialogue. Well, this is it, boys. We can look out onto the world. It's a bit chilly looking out onto... Oh, yeah, I forgot we could just put a firebrand on. We could see where the Holy Beast of Anzan are, son. I think we're where the four gods meet. Now, what the hell is this weird oblique angle fucking killing me, man? It's like when you get your pizza and they cut it in a way where there's one giant, like, 100-degree slice. Oh, look, Miyamoto, or Satoru Iwata's ghost has spawned. I've learned since my whole debacle of trying to get that to appear for y'all, by the way, that apparently it's connected to the phases of the moon. Who knew? Yeah, we got all kinds of thumbnail potential right here with this boy. This is some good shit. If I could just get the camera lower. Why won't you climb down? Why? I've got to jump off, fly back over. That's what Miyamoto wanted. It's exactly what Shigeru Miyamoto wanted. I feel like we're doing one of them Donkey Kong Country Returns levels. Yeah. I'm going to have to work with what I can. I want to get the Korok in it, too. It's too good not to be used as the thumbnail, I'm telling you. I was originally going to use Zelda trying to get Link to eat a frog to be the thumbnail. But the thumbnail builds itself. Can I use the camera while I'm up here? Oh, okay. This might make it a little bit easier, I say. Alright. If not, it'll at least give us the memory of the time we climbed up here and hung out with this Korok boy. Hell yeah. Just a few more. For safety. Will Link do poses while we're up here? He will not. He will not. Alright, that should be enough. You kids are probably fucking tired of this shit by now. Okay, this is a good vantage point. I can't remember which tower has the memory is the only problem. I'm just looking out over Hyrule, son. This is a big moment. This is when it was at this moment with this music playing, with this breathtaking vista, that y'all realized that someday TMVA Breath of the Wild is going to end. Tyler Durden's here, kissing the back of your hand and pouring lye on it, and holding you there while you get through the pain. And he's like, someday you have to know, not think, but know that TMVA Breath of the Wild is going to die. Nothing is static. Everything is falling apart. You are not a beautiful and unique elf boy. You are the same decaying organic matter as everything else. Alright, let's see. Let's start checking these towers now. If I could stop scrambling up the walls. We might be too high up. Is that a thing? Might be a different set of towers. Let us look around. I do like that there's actual ladders. Okay, it might be one of these auxiliary towers that actually stick out a little bit further. Honestly, when I was looking up that one memory on the heel, I should have just looked them all up to save you all the time. You're like, and deny us this world-class epic rambling, Uncle Tenfey? How dare you even suggest it? It's like when Ryan Gosling tries to tell that mom, who's now a single mom because her husband, spoiler, was killed in like a robbery that he helped drive for, that he could just give her the like duffel bag of $1 million and she just slaps him. I always found that scene unnecessary. We're just standing there awkwardly in the elevator and I'm like, you know, I mean, I could just stop rambling and ambling and get shit done. And y'all just was silently, without saying a word, slap the shit out of me. We're so close to the end of the game. Okay. Yeah, this is taking too long. Let me just look. Hold on. Alright, as always, I'm 100 miles in the wrong fucking direction. This is like 100 floors wrong room. It's like that tower over there. I knew it was a tower. I just didn't realize it was so much further away. I think it's this one over here. I'm trying to not aggro that guardian just so I don't have to fucking deal with him. Yeah, here we go. Princess Zelda's study. The game froze for a second. Also, spoilers, a silent princess blooms here, if you can believe it. All right, for dramatic cutscene purposes, let's put our earrings back on. Should we read the diary or get the memory first? We'll get the memory first, so I have a chance to drink some water.
Wir sind soweit. Endlich ist es uns gelungen, die Wächter zu aktivieren. Wir sind ganz nah dran. Wir müssen die Wächter und die Titanen nur weiter studieren. Dann könnten wir uns vielleicht zur Wehr setzen, wenn die Verheerung Ganon tatsächlich zurückkehrt.
Was tut ihr hier?
Wir haben uns das Experiment mit den Wächtern angesehen. Wenn wir diese antike Technologie beherrschen, sind wir der Verheerung Ganon nicht hilflos ausgeliefert.
In der Tat. Die Erforschung dieser Relikte ist von höchster Wichtigkeit für unser Königreich. Aber als Prinzessin von Hyrule hast du weit bedeutendere Aufgaben zu erfüllen. So geht das nicht weiter. Wie lange wirst du noch vor deiner Verantwortung davonlaufen?
Das tue ich doch gar nicht. Erst vor wenigen Tagen habe ich mich in der Quelle des Mutes gereinigt, dort gebetet und...
Vergeude deine Zeit nicht mit diesen Relikten. Von jetzt an gibt es für dich nur deine Übungen und sonst gar nichts. Oder glaubst du, die Macht, die Verheerung zu versiegeln, fliegt dir einfach so im Schlaf zu?
Natürlich nicht. Aber ich gebe ja schon mein Bestes. Das alles bringt nur nichts. Bei der Erforschung der Relikte könnte ich wenigstens...
Spar dir deine Ausflüchte. Von heute an ist Schluss damit. Ich verbiete jede weitere Beschäftigung mit diesen Relikten. Widme dich deiner Ausbildung an den Quellen. Weißt du, wie man am Hof über dich redet? Wie man dich hinter vorgehaltener Hand nennt? Missratenes Prinzesschen heißt du da. Oder Prinzessin machtlos. Ich will, dass du ihnen das Gegenteil beweist. Ist das klar?
Jawohl, Euer Majestät.
Boys, it could be rough being the princess sometimes. So if you remember way back at the beginning of the game, I'm going here so that guardian didn't aggro us. When we met the old man on the plateau, who, spoilers, was the King of Hyrule's ghost, and he laments how he treated Zelda, because, spoilers, all of this happened because Zelda couldn't unlock her inner latent ability from the goddess Hylia to seal away Ganon. And all these flashbacks are showing how she went around and did all the shit she was quote unquote supposed to do and prayed at the shrines and shit. None of that worked. And I mean, she was trying, God bless her heart. And basically, if the king hadn't been such an ass about being prim and proper and doing things the correct way, and just let Zelda explore the technology and do that shit, it probably would have unlocked her ability to deal with Ganon. But because he was such a stickler, when commanding Ganon erupted, there was nothing to stop him, and all this shit happened. So the moral of the story is, if your princess daughter wants to be an engineer, let her. I don't know, son. I don't know. Anyway, regardless, we're going to take care of it. What's Princess's Diary got to say? She met with Impa. This is back when Impa wasn't, 100 plus years old. Pura and Robbie. So Pura's the old woman that turned herself into the little Genki girl at the lighthouse. And Robbie's the guy at the other lighthouse that we buy, technology from the robot that he maintains. So this was back when they were young and healthy, like number 2 in Austin Powers 2. You look so young and healthy. All right, this is where she discovered the Sheikah slate that we now carry around. Let's see. Okay, they're talking about the Sheikah slate still. They restored the functionality. This is exciting if you care about the lore, I guess. Okay, they're training the champions how to use the Divine Beast. I'm sure that'll be useful. I'm sure they won't all get fucking killed. And then I have to clean up their mess. Mifa mastered the controls. Good for her. The fishwife could do it. Rivali, I'm sure, was real good at it right to start with. And I'm sure he talked a lot of shit about it. Alright. Blah, blah, blah. Lore and Guardians. Y'all found shrines and towers. The Shrine of Resurrection. Remember, that's where we woke up at the beginning of the game. We woke up to Hyrule Justice. Has a long-time stasis function. Well, that's probably convenient if somebody real important got killed and needed to be resurrected over 100 years. It'd be just the place you'd want to take them. Okay, that's her first diary. There's another secret diary hidden in here somewhere where she talks about Link and emotions and shit. So there's that. Alright, what's the next memory? There's the one down there in the entrance to Lanayru, and then there's the one in these woods. We need to get out of Hyrule Castle before we do anything. That's our first objective. Your current objective is to survive. Your second objective is to kick Calamity Ganon in the nuts. Wow, you kind of just warped in from nothing, didn't you, buddy? Warped in from Stupid Town, huh? I could put on the Berserker gear to make this a little bit faster, but I don't care. It's satisfying regardless. Give him that look, Link. Let him know he fucked up. Not one core yet have we picked up during this recording session. It'd be funny if it weren't so tragic. I wonder if the Stau Hinox or whatever that guards the Hylian shield, I wonder if that shit respawns after the Blood Moon. I've never had to go get another Hylian shield because I've never had one break. Even now, I couldn't tell you the exact durability on this thing that we're carrying around. Enough. E for enough. Alright, this is a good spot to get the hell out of here. I guess we can kill another one of these while we're at it. Oh, hey, free loot for me. You shouldn't have oughta. Wow, 5 fire arrows. Neat. I just realized because they're not Scrambly Guardians, I can just shoot these things in the eye with an ancient arrow, and I don't have to edit in any gimmicky music to blow y'all's eardrums out. Well, that was a fun little diversion into the final dungeon. And then leaving. It's like going in the North Crater in FF7 to get like the final few materia, like the shield materia. Maybe spend a little time fighting movers and magic pots to max out your Knights of the Round. Did it start fucking raining? It's not even raining like it physically, representatively within our field of view. But Miyamoto has to take fucking everything from us, doesn't he? Can't have nothing in Miyamoto's Zelda. It really does rain too fucking much in this game. Just saying. I'm just saying. Alright, just trying to get back to solid ground where I can summon my motorcycle. And keep on keeping on. Alright, we should be back to the regular map, yeah. Yeah, I want to say it's somewhere in these woods. This is one. Yeah, they don't give you anything to work with on this one. I still say this one's more aggravating because you can vaguely guess where it is. But this one right here, I'll be running around for 20 or 30 minutes looking for it. So I'm just going to go ahead and look at it right now. Alright, case in point, I was thinking over here. I don't know if we've gotten it yet, but apparently there's one right there. My premonitions and such tell me. Henceforth. I'd call them the ancient text, but those only help me with old Final Fantasy games. But let's drive over there and see what we got. Other than loving. Just expecting it to start raining any second now. There's a glitch you can do at the very beginning of the game that makes it where time never passes and it's always like morning. And because time never passes, there's never any blood moons and it never starts raining. But, you know, there's certain things you can only do in the game at night. It basically involves clipping out of the starting Shrine of Resurrection without ever triggering that cutscene when you first walk out and Link walks over the mountain and, you know, it's real breathtaking and all that shit. And everybody stands up and claps. Huh? This guy is just oblivious to the fucking world. Link, why did you land back? All of this is happening because Link landed back on his motorcycle. He's trying to be a cool guy and fucked us over. The cool guy paradox. And it started raining because of the cool guy paradox. It's real. Alright. Put this shit on. Start whipping on this guy's cyborg asshole. Or is he more like a squid? Where that's his mouth. A cyborg scramble guardian don't really have parts, but I'd say you're stabbing the master sword in his asshole. Okay, finally dropped an ancient core. Neat. God, I just recently, the last episode of FF3 TMVA that went up, episode 11, I referenced the Bobby Boucher's mom talking about snake parts scene. Did I mention recently how we're going to stop repeating bits on the Tenfey channel? Okay. Maybe it just rains a lot in Hyrule Field because Hyrule Field is real sad because Ganon happened. The land itself was tired of Ganon's bullshit. It's a Stau Hinox. Nobody's impressed. I saw that Scramble Guardian over there and I don't care. As long as we don't hear the sinister piano music and have a laser beam locked on us, then I don't have to care about them. I don't start scrambly Cyborg Guardian fights. I do end them. That was different music. Yeah, that was the turret. The turrets and the Scramble Guardians make different music when they target you. I don't know if you've picked up on that. Subtle storytelling. The road. Alright, we're just heading in a straight line, son. What's my motorcycle's fuel gauge? I thought that was the fuel gauge for a second, but that's the thermometer there in the middle of the screen. next to the speedometer. That's the meter that gauges how likely you are to encounter the Todd when you're in the hospital from Scrubs. Alright, we're fast approaching Purple Pin Woods, as I call it, once I put a purple pin in it. I always like to run into a tree when I get here to show respect to the spirits of the forest. Getting killed by running into a tree is the only thing that'll earn their respect. If only Carl had known that in Aqua Teen Hunger Force after he and Shake dumped all that fucking oil. Wait, I don't think he dumped the oil with Shake. Okay, yeah, this is where the thing was. Deer were declared. Majestic deer. Be a shame if somebody's hearts were filled up and their sword was shot with power. Ooh. Ooh. Now where you going? Luis Senpai's house isn't that way. Plus, he doesn't want anything to do with you, son. He's all about them carnivores. He likes pointy teeth.
Warum? Wie konnte das passieren? Die Titanen, die Wächter. Warum greifen sie uns an? Oh nein. Ganon hat sie unter seine Kontrolle gebracht. Daruk, Revali, Mifa und Urbosa. Sie waren in den Titanen. Es ist alles meine Schuld. Ich konnte die Macht des Siegels nicht erwecken. Und jetzt hat Ganon uns die Relikte gestohlen, die uns vor ihm schützen sollten. Alles, was ich getan habe, es war alles vergebens. Ich konnte das alles nicht verhindern. Mein Volk, meine Freunde und mein Vater auch. Ich habe sie im Stich gelassen. Und jetzt sind alle tot.
Perfect memory for the rain, son. I feel like that one was extra impactful because of the memory we viewed just before it. But I guess that was right after everything went to shit and Calamity Ganon were declared. Alright, so all we have to do now is grab the one on the entrance to the Lanayru region, which is harder to say than I thought it was going to be before I started saying it. Alright, there's Mount Lanayru. So it's... where exactly is it? I know there's like a gate, because I mean, you look at the picture, you can see there's like an actual, yeah, there's like an actual archway entrance in the Mount Lanayru region that I never bother going to, because I usually approach from like down here or jump off of the top of a mountain or something. I think it's that right there. Pop another pin in it. Alrighty, well, if we're going to motorcycle our ass over there, we need to turn where we're facing this way. And then we need to summon our trusty steed. We're like the paladin at the end of that episode of Dexter's Lab where they're playing monsters and mazes And Dexter's mom makes him let Dee Dee be the dungeon master. And spoilers, everyone has a better time because Dexter is a shitty DM that, like, just wanted to kill his players. He's one of those types. Once again, I've never really actually played D&D and only have secondhand knowledge of it. But I could tell that Dexter was a shitty DM. Well, anyway, at the end of it, his friend that was a paladin, the like fairy princess, is granted them all rewards, and his is a like mighty steed, and it's a motorcycle that like looks like a unicorn. The archer kid gets like a forest fortress, and then the magician gets like a lifetime of sold out shows in Las Vegas, son. It's pretty good. And as for Dexter, the furry-footed burrower, well, he gets the Holy Grail, son. You can drink out of it and it'll never spill. That's it. It's a good episode of Dexter's Laugh, son. There's a lot of good episodes of Dexter's Laugh. Every now and then when I want to feel real nostalgic, I'll sit over in my classic gaming corner of my room and play like my NES, my actual NES or my Super Nintendo, hooked up to my CRT there. And on my computer screen, television, I'll play an old 90s cartoon. And a couple of weeks ago, it was Dexter's Lab, and I was having a good time. You're like, it sounds like Tenfey does what he wants because a pirate lives free. I vaguely noticed that there were goblins over there on horses. All right, I'll acknowledge it. But I didn't make eye contact, so the Goblin Slayer can't prove that I saw them. I just now realized we're driving into Kakariko Village. It wasn't even my intention. It just happened to be along the way. Good, we can fucking stay at the inn and maybe it'll stop raining for 5 minutes. Cue Shrek popping in. And be like, can we stop talking about the rain in Breath of the Wild for 5 minutes? Elf boys are like onions, son. They've got layers. I don't want your, like, what you claim to be a soft bed. Once again, the Rito down bed has spoiled me for life. Once those bird ladies get a hold of you, son, you're spoiled rotten for life. The only thing that can surpass it would be some sort of bardic bara bird boy, but I don't know where you would find something like that. One thing I like about this motorcycle is, because, spoilers, if you have your horse in a town, as such, and try to ride him around, he won't let you trot or canter. He only does this, or is this a trot? You equestrians, let me know the official name for that particular speed of horse traversal. But your motorcycle don't care about public safety. Your motorcycle has no qualms or quarrels about being driven wide fucking open through town, boys. Chickens never stood a chance. Wonder if we'll see any bloopies. I guess we could. Yeah, there's one right there. Not that I care anymore. We're past that point in our lives. I'm just stopping to see if there's any armor we can upgrade since we're passing by the Great Fairy. The Great Fairy gets real upset if you pass by without saying howdy. To the max. We could upgrade our desert pants, our sneak boy set, our rubber set, some of our amiibo Christmas clothes. I don't really care about those. Oh, we could use that star fragment to get our diamond circlet to max level if we want the max guardian defense. But of course, I feel like when we're fighting guardians, I'm just going to wear berserker set. And of course, I could eat attack up food first. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. No, I'm good. I could only stand to be drowned while being clutched to a giant bosom, but once a day. I'm on cooldown now. There you go. I feel like our earrings... Yeah, the earrings have the same defensive power. They just don't have the bonus versus Guardians. They have the bonus of looking better with our current ensemble, though. The ultra rare Silent Princess. What's this? Oh, it's a goat. I thought maybe we saw Louis Senpai, but it was just a goat. That's Legoshi when he shows up or he stays late after drama club practice and he hears somebody in the back and he runs back there hoping it's Louis Senpai, but it's just that fucking goat or whatever the hell he was, sheep. I don't even remember his name. He's not canon in my fan fictions, is all that matters. Okay. I don't have time to kill any secret ninjas. I've got shit to do. I feel like it's the most painful thing you can actually do to a secret ninja is just ignore them entirely. They're like rude. It's like that Womp comic where Ronnie is already getting mad that somebody's going to potentially hold a door open for him. And then when the person doesn't, he immediately gets this horrified look on his face. And he's like, that's fucking rude, boys. Fuck you. There, we're back in the Goblin Slayer's good graces. I feel like the Goblin Slayer would genuinely not care for bokoblins, even though they're technically not goblins. If it ends in the oblin suffix, then the Goblin Slayer has no qualms with killing it. Hey, jackass. Bye, jackass. I'll take your guts as a trophy. I'll use your guts to make me bread. I hope this water's not too deep. There's a natural... Oh, that fucking dragon's flying by. That's why there's a natural breeze happening. This is real nice and real good spectacle. But I don't really need any dragon parts right now. I'm good. I'm all good on dragon farts. Now, dragon farts, on the other hand, son, you can never have too many. Threw that joke in for James Rolfe. And if you happen to be a dragon fart aficionado, then I threw that joke in for you as well. You're like, finally, a Tenfey video for me. Not since Elden Ring, where the dragon ass breath was the most used ability in the game, have I been so pandered to. Alright. It's not often that I actually travel down this road. If we'd have just been using warp points and flying directly to this stuff like we normally would, this episode would be like 20 minutes long. But I feel like we're having a good time. And so are you when this fucking motorcycle hit you in the dick. Don't worry, I'll make sure your asshole gets some love too. A true gentleman, after ramming his motorcycle into a moblin's dick, makes sure to give his asshole a Master Sword slap too, son. Let him know you care. Okay, finally. The memories of the good times shall be revealed to us.
Na, hat's geklappt, Prinzessin? Mit dem Training am Berg der Göttin?
Sie hat sich nicht gezeigt, oder? Die Siegelkraft.
Es tut mir leid.
Ach, Zelda. Du hast dein Bestes gegeben. Das muss reichen, oder etwa nicht? Und was bedeutet denn schon dieser Berg? Vielleicht erweckt am Ende etwas völlig anderes die Kraft des Siegels.
Ich danke dir, Urbosa.
Prinzessin. Also, ich kann das leider nicht gut in Worte fassen. Aber wenn ich meine Heilkraft einsetze, dann habe ich immer ein ganz klares Bild im Kopf. Das ist nur so ein Gedanke, aber vielleicht könntet ihr...
Es ist
Kein Zweifel.
Es ist soweit.
Er ist es.
Er ist erwacht.
Keine Sorge, Prinzessin. Wir finden auch so einen Weg, ihn aufzuhalten. Los, Leute! Alle zu ihren Titanen! Macht euch zum Angriff bereit! Sobald Link sich im Kampf mit Ganon befindet, feuern wir alle im gleichen Moment. Bruder, ab mit dir nach Schloss Hyrule. Du kannst dich auf uns verlassen. Jetzt geh und verpass Ganon eine Abreibung!
Komm, Zelda. Du musst dich in Sicherheit bringen.
Nein, ich werde auch mit euch gehen. Vielleicht bin ich keine große Hilfe, aber bitte, bitte lasst mich mit euch kommen.
Son, we saw the exact moment Calamity Ganon were declared, and it was at the worst possible time, right before Mipha could tell Zelda how she unlocks her secret power by thinking about Link, and then presumably beaten off. Alright, let's go back to Impa. We ain't seen her in a while. We even just drove through Kakarita Village without saying hey. But, let her know that we've gathered our memories and our thoughts and prayers. Plus, now that we killed all the goblins on this road and a blood moon hasn't happened somehow in the last 10 seconds, we ain't even got to stop and fight. I was fully expecting to drive into this water and bottom out like one of those YouTube videos you see where somebody in a little fucking sedan is like a town is under heavy rain and they're like, I'm just going to drive through this road and nothing bad going to happen, and then you just see their car go floating by, presumably towards a waterfall. Son, you can only drive through flooded cities if you've got a big old pickup truck. If you're driving down Highway 40 in your big old pickup truck. Are you still here? Fine. Just because I feel bad for you, I'll send you to Secret Ninja Hell. Yeah. God, you're the worst one yet with that disguise. Oh no, how will I ever defeat you? If only there was a way. Goddess Hylia, grant me the strength to beat this fucking piece of shit ninja. Somehow we won. Somehow we won. Boys, he had all kinds of money on him. The Demon Carver. I guess I've never picked one up. What should we drop to make room for it? I guess this fucking thing. Oh, it's actually got 40 attack power. Neat, I guess. Whatever. I mean, I already have the Master Sword. Its name kind of implies that you're not going to get much better. When we last met, I was but a longsword, but now I am the Master Sword. Only a sword of evil's bane. Listen to that god-awful noise we heard when I fucked up. I feel like something was laughing at us. Oh, excuse me, the Nintendo Switch, the RAM and such. I need to upgrade my graphics card. I need to slap a voodoo graphics card in this fucking thing so it can play Quake. Impa Impa, burning bright in the Sheikah house of the night. What say you, Paya? Actually, oh, I never came back and told her how we did the quest. Also, I like how I'm like slightly taller than her, but only because I'm standing on this little thing. It's like that Seinfeld where George always had to wear the same pair of boots because his girlfriend thought he was like an inch taller. And that's a big fucking deal when you're George Costanza. Alright. Well, I'm glad we reassured you, son. I feel bad for making you worry, so I'm going to give you one slap on my left ass cheek to get you through these trying times. Open palmed, of course.
Huh?
All 12 pictures already. I don't think she realizes how long this playthrough's been.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so there's one final secret memory. Oh, I didn't realize I was putting down pins. I thought I was aiming a camera. I actually know where this one is, but I presume what they would want you to do is that, since, you know, it doesn't automatically go into your book. I wonder where this could be. No, I didn't accidentally turn the selfie cam on. Yes, I know how to send a Google Mail. Alright. Half a day's journey, huh? We'll take Magnum. We are going by a horse stable. I forgot he won't run in town already. We're all just going to stare at your asshole and laugh. That's how we punish you for being obstinate. It's why when people transport horses down the road, they always use those trailers you attach to your truck, where when you put the horses in them, their asses just stick out. Son, it's to keep them humble. Oh yeah, we got spurs to burn, baby. Gotta burn spurs to earn spurs, as they say. Kill a few goats along the way. I think we're headed the right... We're not. We're actually not headed the right way at all. We need to take the other exit out of Kakariko. Okay, here's what we're going to do, Magnum. I'm going to summon my motorcycle because you won't run through town. And once we get past the city limits, we'll see how I'm feeling. If I'm feeling real horsey or not. Don't mind me, y'all. Pardon our noise. It's just the sound of heroing. Yeah. That woman screamed "yah" at me like a dragon shout. And my motorcycle exploded. She's the true hero. Once again, to make a call to Goblin Slayer, It's like how he's not like the hero. The hero is like this plucky girl adventurer that like overthrew the demon lord. But spoilers, you learn in Goblin Slayer Year 1 that the Goblin Slayer protected her village when she was a little girl from goblins that would have killed her and done nothing else to her. YouTube censors. So in a way, he was the hero. You're like, did you just use an anecdote to try to teach us that Goblin Slayer is a hero, Uncle Tenfey? When we all know already that he's a hero? Remember when riding on a horse used to feel fast? Poor Magnum. God bless him, son. He's put up with a lot. God, if you remember way back when, this is where we first encountered Hetsu. I honestly can never remember if his name is Hetsu or Hestu. But he's the little Korak that we're collecting the seeds for. When he shakes those marambas, they go chick chicky boom, chick chicky boom, and then we can carry more useless weapons and shields and bows. Well, they're not useless, it's just, even with the default inventory, you could probably carry enough actually useful gear. You would just have to min-max more often. Look, Magna, some horse honeys. Let's ride by. It's like, ladies. I love the kind of horse lady with a spotted ass. Alright, just for fun, because I realize we haven't done it in this playthrough. I'm going to stop for a moment. Hey. Oh, it was you, Crow. We haven't done any amiibo shenanigans lately. I'm going to scan the Epona amiibo and see if I can't summon Epona. Let Magnum meet his waifu. Nah, we got a chest. With ice arrows. That's exactly what I expect to get when I scan the Epona amiibo. Alright, we want to be right around down here. Oh, I forgot I put down this pin. Delorded. Yeah, somewhere around here is where that final memory is. Magnum. And now that you've run into a tree, I really would rather take... I'm trying to get him to just turn. That's all I'm trying to do. This is why I like motorcycles. I was trying to do you a favor and leave you over here where you can mack on the horse honeys from behind. There. You're welcome. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Come on, spin. You gotta spin to win. If he does it, I'm gonna give him meats. Come on, buddy. We're good friends. We're good friends. He's just looking at me like I'm an idiot. Oh, you suddenly want to follow me around, huh? Why isn't he doing it? I guess you got to give him meat first. This dog is a shrewd negotiator. A shrewd negotiator. Those are words. You go, buddy, you earned it by being obstinate. That is like half of his body mass. I like how he acted so coy and disinterested in eating meat. I'm pretty sure we've already gotten this dog's treasure. I'm just trying to get him to run in a circle. But he won't do it. He's being obstinate. Fine. Love is over. My donkey. Bye. Okay, I thought maybe you sold it. Oh, speaking of selling arrows, beetles should be inside of this stable. I haven't been in the stables in a while. Free wood for me. Oi! You crowd seeing a guy with a big beetle backpack? He looks like a Muppet. Gets mad if you don't give him your beetles. There he is. Hey, buddy boy. What are you selling? Thank you. Got some rare frogs on sale, stranger. I'm good. Hey, donkey, check this shit out. A boosh. He fucking no-sold that shit. Alright, enough putting it off. We gotta go get the final memory. Then we can go home and go to bed. Of course, the final memory of acquisition includes killing goblins. The Goblin Slayer would have it no other way. The Goblin Slayer won't remember something if it doesn't involve killing goblins. They were protecting this field of rusty swords. Are we going to unlock our Keyblade here? Are we going to unlock our Bankai? The double axe. Yeah, long throw so you can get it into the garbage can where it belongs. Alright, I think we might have gone a little bit past the memory. It's almost like an epic battle against a bunch of guardians took place in this field. Perhaps 100 years ago or so, give or take. Get this bow off my back, ruining my cutscene aesthetic. I already told you I'm an aesthetic man, son, through and through.
Es ist sinnlos. Ich bitte dich. Du darfst nicht auch noch sterben. Lauf weg! War ich das? Was? Oh nein! Oh nein! Oh nein! Du darfst nicht sterben! Bitte, du darfst nicht sterben! Es gibt noch Hoffnung. Link kann gerettet werden?
Prinzessin! Prinzessin, seid ihr wohl auf?
Ich habe einen wichtigen Auftrag für euch. Bringt diesen Mann so schnell wie möglich zum Schrein des Lebens. Beeilt euch, bevor sein Lebenslicht für alle Zeiten erlischt. Link. 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 Die Zeit, die wir vor 100 Jahren miteinander verbrachten. Du hast nun alle Erinnerungen an jene Tage zurückerlangt. Ich warte auf dich. Hier in Schloss Hyrule warte ich auf den Tag, an dem du die Verheerung Ganon aus unserer Welt verbannen wirst.
Well, there you go, boys. We got to see the exact moment Link went into his 100-year healing coma. And then Princess Zelda herself told me that it was time to get the damn playthrough over with. She wasn't even talking to Link at that point. She was looking directly at me, the Tenfey. All right, well, we got all our memories. I wish we could see the adventures of those two ninja boys carrying Link's comatose body to the Shrine of Resurrection, but you can't have everything. All right, well, I'd say we got a lot accomplished. Just time to go home and go to bed. So what's the best route to get me back to my house? We could go along the beach. Where is my house? Okay, it's way up here. Oh, we don't have to go along the beach. We can just follow this road. That's right behind us. The country roads will take us home to the place where we belong, son. I was going to say Western Hyrule, but it's actually on the eastern part of Hyrule. Although, technically, when we look at the map, it could be upside down, and this is north, and that would make this the west. West. Western Hyrule. Mountain Mama. Country roads. Take me home. I see a pack of fucking goblins. You know what? We should leave a few goblins for the Goblin Slayer to kill, so he doesn't feel useless. That's our current cope. If you went out and exterminated all the goblins, on one hand, the Goblin Slayer would be happy, because his goal is for all goblins to eventually be destroyed. But then again, what purpose would he have? I think that's an actual, like, part of the plot of Goblin Slayer, is like his friends and loved ones, like the cowgirl and the guild girl and the priest girl, all wonder what he's going to do, because eventually he'll get too old to fight goblins anymore. He can probably start like a goblin killing school. I'd take Goblin Slayer's goblin killing lecture, son. I'd ace that shit. I'd get on the dean's list. What a spooky night drive along the mountains with our headlights. Well, I gotta kill these guys because they're right there. Well, first I've got to calmly get off my motorcycle because I always accidentally hit the wrong thing. Look who perfectly backpedaled out of our attack range, boys. That was fucking beautiful. You all don't count. Skeletons don't count. Although the Goblin Slayer, if a goblin skeleton was animated, he'd probably be pretty fucking mad at it. I gotta say. He'd be like, I didn't realize I could hate goblins in a new way until I saw one get resurrected from the dead. Oh, my hearts are filled up. My sword can shoot with power. I almost forgot. Thought maybe he'd drop some goblin guts for us. I'm just saying. So I could have warped back to my house like I do at the end of most recording sessions these days. But I realized I don't think we've warped a single time this episode, have we? Fine! You get hit in the face. You win. That was your prize for pissing me off, was instead of laser beams, you just get smacked with the thickest part of my Master Sword. I don't want to follow the road because there will be more goblins that I'll have to stop the fight. I just want to get home. I just want to kill a goat with my motorcycle and get home. Okay. I'm trying to get up into the hills so we can approach my house from the back roads. That way the crowd can't get mad that I was waking them up in the middle of the night with that god-awful noise as they describe my Master Cycle. Oh, I meant to go on a big rant about ludonarrative dissonance and like gameplay and such because hey buddy, bye buddy. During that cutscene where Link met his end and there were all those guardians, like if we were there right now in gameplay, I'd have had the easiest time fighting all of them because I could have just jumped in the air and started shooting them in slow-mo with ancient arrows And even if they hit me, I have 9 million healing items. Just one of those things you have to accept in video games. Sometimes. Alright, let's park you right here. You've been a real good boy. Master Cycle. Let's summon your brother so y'all can go to bed. I just imagine that motorcycle there in the middle of the night and Magnum just looks over. And he's like, I hate you, Master Cycle. Alright. Of course, it started raining, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to go to bed. Alright, and just so y'all aren't too mad at me from the beginning of the episode, we'll give my boy some carrots. Here you go, son. You earned them. I know we're still good friends because you'll eat them out of my hand. And since you got to eat, your brother gets to eat too. Whoosh. Ah, he's good and full, baby. Well, that was a fun journey. Yeah, we didn't warp at all. We rode our Master Cycle and shit everywhere. Unless I'm forgetting one. When I'm adding in this later, I'll be like, oh, I forgot one. Oh, I'm a stupid fucking idiot. I don't have to actually make a mistake in a playthrough to say that to myself when I'm editing, son. It just comes naturally. Early to bed, early to rise. Makes an elf boy healthy, wealthy, and wise. All right, son. We're getting there. I'll see y'all in the next one. You're like, oh, so I guess we'll see you in what, September, Uncle Tenfey? Like, you're going to get real uppity right here at the end of the episode. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I became a spooky ghost and disappeared. And it was your fault. Oh no, I slept till night. That's not what I meant to do.